Kennedy Agyapong, you see during the hearing, no, Okodjunso 10 times. Obano anumunsio Kennedy aye frail, waye mre. Onantia no you say. Ohundi onfe. Nenisu brino. Kennedy Agyapong, you see in the court. Insue otusu baba go no ada no Okodjunso no aba. Sikeni bele. Junso hini eye esikeni bele. Otigana yenkanasem kwasiasam. And the America court, ye piano question down. We ought to be Ghana court, no did judge at them. Near so so, oh, Mr. Kennedy, oh, honorable. America court, pure water near 7. America court, Kennedy Agyapong, pure water near the man is a no, or to down was a cocoa. My catch Ghana for. Sanko for na musa so Ghana na, Obano Muda Damono. They are nobody in America, they are nobody in Europe and America. They are nobody. And Akwa Kennedy was suppressing the power chronim, Ghana chronim. And or to down Yaman pure water. My mention of more pictures from court today. Maybe I mention a video. Kennedy Agyapong obetua Oscar and ascend your court Kennedy Fui. Baumia man kakra no so be account. Say or say Baumia man $800 million. Only $80 million. Now see this when in some ICC or court. Today I'm catch them. You see this particular guy. Now me catch him say Miss you know your friend Dada Fred. This guy many Kennedy work court no or the misinformation is be to abontene. My legal team no they have put it together and announce the Kennedy case no ni din be mu in court. These are part of the evidence announced team no the legal team no edit. This foolish man your friend Dada Fred me a call. I will make sure to siko beti okroma no ebe kuna to esika no ebe hunahuna na obenum eduro kunu ho. I am going to sue him. Now Kennedy case no this fool obemu. He was mentioned and he is the tool any other foolish platforms Kennedy Agyapong edi misinform Ghana for. Anas na one fan kono so anas the ojana mane koye but I am going to sue because time Kennedy Agyapong they be call court. I'm a winning case no. Sa branch we betina TV so betina social media. Ya twetwa tape sin ne go. E ka kire wiase say judge na oti case ne so no. Judge na endi asem ni ye. Obekọ court akokirem. Ono na be gina abonte be ka kire nkofo say, "Oh, case no Kennedy winning." Into today I want him to know. Where announce the case no. And remember, oni Kennedy Agyapong na Facebook and otwa ntro. Mo amunim no no. Mo kan chen say Kevin Taylor say he is going to meet me in court in Massachusetts. I am taking it to him. Me say this time obiya beda because you want to say anya ne saa enkwasiafo system any general make catch boys bi say munya monkwasa na mudi no New York Street ni so a mu hu bebia mu bedi mu nkoma akọ me de ode nkwasiasem ne ba me so a I will catch you from your hole and make sure the Lord deals with you. Into so come as making sure say on krata no bibia gina na so it mun send a message when come that the Fred where announce the case no he was part of the evidence announce at the kind case time a mimi case ne ba no sa Dada Fred wey o se kwasi ampanyi wey etna TV so otwa atro eto judge no so and most importantly otwa atro eto court no so not just a referee no because I was waiting I got my legal team to compile everything and he needs to prepare himself for over $5 million. Yes, I am telling him some misinformation or best sending in public about a ruling from a federal court. Anything I'm in the picture to sono. Into more munim ni bia monkan say me, I am coming to him. Mima a little bit of it right after our case. Me sharana man kan wasem because I wanted my team to compile enough. Into that Fred no. Anas the enemy. Anas sharana one for one back or two. By you. Sansa no kafa judge na otena mimi case no so. Misinformation a wo katum frame efa meme ho time anasa case no court. Obeba American court abechirem. And I will make sure say over $10 million we may see you. You need to get ready. You need to get a lawyer. You need to be ready for what is coming because you're boy who we your boy who into say why ready say obe missing for me abedi the Kennedy chebidin kwasema wait for me because I'm coming with a 10 million suit me catch you. So get ready. Now, these are some of the things that happened in court. It will be ready. We are coming to serve you. Mema catch row. Because we are one person who chat row papa. On can correct. Penina when you say Coco Tia or one no se botase. Tete abruche kan kwasi asem twantro. Yanim kora yesu a yabechire man no. Wenum bagaya se tratatai ke kan kwasi asem Jimmy. What do I say to America judge so? Me share na me catch me team say they should be quiet. You know my lawyer. Obechire will be America krom hanya wo de. What that afraid? Now, my mentor they see what court and the pictures and the videos. So this is what happened in court. Kennedy Agyapong, you see during the hearing, no, Okojun saw 10 times. Obano anumusio Kennedy ay frail, why mre. On nantia no you say. Oh, who the onfe. They need to brino. Kennedy Agyapong, you see in the court. Insue otusu baba go no ada no Okojun so no aba. Sikeni bele. Junso hini eye esikeni bele. Otigana yenkanasem kwasiasem. And the America court ye piana kwasha down. We otumi gina Ghana court no didi judge atem. Ni aso so oh Mr. Kennedy, oh honorable America court pure water near 7 no. America court Kennedy Agyapong pure water near the man say no otidan sa akokɔ. Maka kire Ghana for. Sa ankofo na muso so Ghana na oboba no muhunahuna mo daada mo no. They are nobody in Europe and America. They are nobody. And Akwa Kennedy was suppressing the power chronim Ghana chronim. And Otadan Yaman pure water. My mention more pictures from court today. Maybe I mention video. This is a year they see what court and Kennedy ni na case because not OTA. My mention Joe Markesia Kesium. Send a beya bloggers in Benya Bibi Didi. Kennedy ni case na course unde ewo eye court. Kennedy Agyapong ete wo no ne lawyer na siritira se amutumu se mu ayedin $18 million eka eda Kennedy tiri so $18 million na no kasa eni nyome bi a oye otigana ena omo frustrating kofo omo the court epopo kofo. The same case in Ghana we wini Ghana judges atam case na man so we wini obedu America osade sa case na ba say me wini case ni o Ghana and America court say dabi de na ekoso o Ghana no sebio no mo bonkuro. This is Kennedy, the lawyer sorry kasa emfa boga yemre ye jujum me ma bloggers. The lawyers na kasa no e defend no emfa Kennedy so neto wo no ye pia na shekona. Showdown emre. Showdown at court wa din. Judge bi ani wa onim no. Eye clerk bi ani wa onim no. Bailiff bi ani wa onim no. Sa court we enya ho na akwaka do you know who I am or do you know me? I say yenka do you know me? Do you know me? Haven't you heard about my name? If you don't take care, you take care. Sadia de bini America court e bini ho. Into read my lips and na court na kwanchen where Superior Court of New Jersey and yan kwanchen court. We any in some course or quarter me ma gallery ni kakra. Akaboga nkwa ne lawyer ba ko no yehu be bia wafa. Enti ene da ho no New Jersey Superior Court Kennedy Agyapong ene yemia na hyenche no ontumi nkasa boga yemre onim obi a akwa hunahuna no akoya do you know me? Don't you know I am Akompreku Kennedy Agyapong? Unim se me free fosu. I am the MPP financier ejuma ba enam da pono so na ntwe na bowe wozo kwa wi akokokon Kennedy 18 million at that table so also per 9.5 million meme 9 million the other day na ntwe na bo table no so no wi a also pa akokokon and the anas akoku na ntwe abro anas say 18 million na ntwe we na ntwe na obowe Kennedy ese ebe wi akokon kon obi say judgment in say na heaven be you ebeka obi ane lawyer Judgment today, no. Heaven say, "Oh, Ebeko be a lawyer." But as a lawyer, the court fum na ka go out to war. I heaven say, "Ah, the be no be can judgment today." Ebe say, "Obi a lawyer." O 2 hours lawyers. Oh, I'm urinating. I'll be back. Fum no afa second door no ewuram. Now the hot to watch your lawyer. Judgment today say, "Ah, the be Ebeko be a lawyer." Okay. We a court exclusive na me de mamu no. Kennedy Agyapong et no. I a course of court or kodo. 18 million showdown. They train the ball on Kennedy so pakokon. In the showdown and ye piano ko si enchen. Momi enko enim gallery na na ekoso no. After this about atene chire. Sa akonwa no so obi atene makotene chire na ese emu aye ding. Boga kana no esi so. Read my lips. Boga reading lips no. Say oh so boga kana no esi so I saying. Na say eya jiegu $18 million. Hit. $18 million. Ya dia pim Kennedy also tia. Ana se kura bo no me bo besia. Ana se kura me ho kire me ti besia also me bo besia pe 500k ma me fanya me nyoma anas. Utieti lawyers nyina wi a 500k die wan fama media me no ba ku bewu. Enti boga read my lips and waka lips na sisi no akotena nchen. Why say you say ni bra ba. Me de me yakote beka me kote ye and me the evidence be kiro because when you say ebi mo ho magimi Kevin Taylor boa otan Kennedy we anya me Kennedy asemo Kennedy ni anas na anas we ni $18 million. They see your court no and me de kiro enye bosremu ka me ma blog is eduane edi Kennedy hun sensem part 1 and 2 now koso Kennedy Agyapong niana okasa nkonko di MP no onie ono se court we see the trase ekaba akoko kontwa apetire ni tiesi form Kennedy nuane nie we na not radio so ye Kennedy will contest the 2028 elections onie we see the trase mebra die no akofa bein kakra ya isi ye nende o me rekoma na asa akudi ase no obema Kevin Taylor 500,000 enti Kennedy nuane nie we na okopri seat na ya nto ama no omo nka no kre de otieche ode minim ebia omo busua penya na sankofo no ebia omo wo African market ni bi no ai enti Kennedy nuane so nie we see the trase ye bo 18 million so no we see the trase say titi wo bi ka titi wo bi kire. Now, Niniano still out to me say na wayemre eduru baby no Kennedy Niano you can see. Amabo jukromu nyiye pressure ba. This year court season. Meso me ba be court. Omo mu defame me lawyer, defame a judge in America. I am going to court. Now let's watch a video. They see our court. Time and a judge and a catcher Kennedy say he has the right to take the next action.
Okay, so
we are exclusive. Oh no baby, it's all on this platform. Meboni nyina mo ahwe. Introduce some time I understand this platform is huge. Mashada. Bloggers ni pekakra ko didi. Mitisu yo mo twa ye ko didi. Da be munya would say. Into court no Kennedy. Mr. Arim Yaw Anas. Kennedy lawyers. Anas lawyers. And you could see, Metro, I'll show you the video. And that's what transpired. And this footage, from Anas, they were given the permission to film what happened in court. Court season 1. It may be sure what actually happened. Kennedy the Shebusha no Jina Kona Hona, kana samachren se, asam ya kewie. Ye dieti yaw. Uwo bibia ye. Inti, this is an exclusive video. Ahankwana be huno anywhere else on on any platform. Also, who say I the first place who say video no. I need to ask my team first if I should go ahead and show the video again. Team. No. I've spoken to Omoteki footage, We got our team to go in there. We wrote a permission and then they gave us the permission to film. Inti whatever you are seeing exclusive footage. No. We have done that clearance, Mr. S. Now let's go back and watch.
Okay, so the court's decision, if we start at the end, the court is denying a request from this trial, and everyone can file motions at the appropriate time, and the court will address everything after the motions are filed appropriately and then responded appropriately. Does anyone have any questions about anything?
No. Thank you so much.
Good luck to everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much, Brett.
So there's one thing you need to take notice of. Anas was still wearing nose mask in court. But over Ghana, judge to meet Naka says Anas saying nose mask na yendi asem. You see the difference. You see how our judiciary in Ghana. How bad some of our judges are. The judge sitting in that courtroom in New Jersey is looking at the facts and evidence before him. How you dress to court is up to you. It is your presentation in court. How the jury will see you. Whether you wear a nose mask or not, at the end of the day, it is your case, the substantive case, your evidence is what they are looking at. Because they are dealing with the law. They are not looking at individuals. And anything about Courtroom, the law itself is blind. It does not look at faces, background, economically where you are coming from, or financial, or whatever. It's looking at the case, the law. They are applying it. So whether somebody is dread, whether somebody is wearing a nose mask, whether somebody is wearing a face shield, what is more important to the jury and the judge is that look at the evidence before you. Look at it and apply the law and let's see. But don't say, Senya Omubu Asemgu Anas so Ghana was that it wasn't the substantive issue Anas had brought to court. Anas trying to defend himself. In Ghana, the Edibuati Anas say yes, nose mask be Anas face mask be. Say Anas say yeah. That means Anas is guilty. This is where we are as a nation. Judge to me say because of face mask, nose mask, because I want you to look in a certain way in my court. If you don't look that way, I am going to call you a criminal. I am going to label you a criminal. That is the danger in our judiciary. And that is what we need to look at. Are we looking at a substantive case that is before us as judges, as judiciary, or we are looking at the characters or the individuals standing before us? And when you go to Ghana, the judiciary today look at the people involved in the case than the case itself. And that is the beginning of our end. And that is what is running this country down. Our biggest problem in Ghana today is that when judges sit in courtrooms, they are looking at the individuals involved, not the substantive case before them. It is all come back now. Check it. Case I say Anas Lucy against Kwesi Nyantakyi against Kennedy Agyapong. Now you will see, say it is not about the evidence that was provided or was given in court. The judge now or the court case now odi asem. He's looking more at how to unmask Anas, and this is how they have destroyed Ghana. Anas instructed to testify without mask. The evidence that has been provided, what do you need mask for? This is Ghana court. And this is how they use the law to destroy lives in Ghana. And see, for a very long time, we made the judiciary look like, say, Nyankopon, we cannot question the judiciary. We cannot question their conduct. We cannot even question their biasness. And that is what some young judges who were actually growing up, that is the thing that was in their head. At a point, they felt to say, when I sit on a case, a journalist or an individual does not have the right to even question the way I conduct my court proceedings. At a point, judges were called by the General Legal Counsel about their conduct in court. And when journalists like us sit on TV and on radio to question the conduct of judges, the judges are able to say, hey, but the warrant at all. So that is how low our judiciary has become. And sometimes people forget, those people who defend such things, they forget to say, this same court will be used against them. So when people like us sit and we start to question the credibility of some of our judges in Ghana, it is not personal. It is because of their conduct. It is because of what they do. It is because of the way they conduct themselves and how they treat people before them. I can take you back to Opuni's case. Justice Jackson Hunyuiga sat in court. Somebody purged himself. The judge said, let us go and come back. I will punish the person who has purged himself under oath. That is our legal system today. We live in a country where a whole Supreme Court had to go to UK to bring some black book to judge our elections. That is how low our judiciary has come. And it is not me. It is not about a judge sitting somewhere thinking that a young man like myself criticizing their actions and the way they conduct themselves in court. It is not about me. It is about we making sure the system works, making sure the people we have given, and yet that to me say among India some court, those people are doing what is right. Because if you don't have the right to criticize you as a judge, then it means we are giving you the free room, the free will to do damage. And that is what some judges want. They want to be democratically autocratic in Ghana. Listen, some judges in Ghana want to be democratically autocratic. They hide under the umbrella of judiciary to intimidate journalists, to intimidate open-minded criticism, and to intimidate the system. That is the pain that some people think that they can force on us in Ghana. So you get young judges who are so politically ambitious, who think they can do things to please political opponents, to put people in jail. And their conduct, their utterances clearly shows that they are rushing through cases. They are trying to please some people's ego. When we question their actions and their attitude, those judges become jittery and become pompous, and they think they can use the same office that we have given them to intimidate we, the people who have made them who they are. No, it is not going to work. And that is what I have been talking about years over years. Kennedy Agyapong sat on national television to tell a sitting judge live on national TV that you are warned. Warn a sitting judge. The Chief Justice then, Eni Niabua, kept quiet. To date, Kennedy Agyapong did not pay for any of the utterances against every single judge, or the Supreme Court judges, High Court judges, the deliberate disrespect. So you sit in Ghana and some people think that it is personal. They think that the little power that they have been given, they can use that power to suppress we, the citizenry. We are not ready to quail in. And that does not do anything to us. Because what is right, what is wrong is wrong. And we are not going to move away from the principles and then making sure the right thing is done. We know so many judges in Ghana who were even the first 40 in their classes. They were not part of it, but they wanted to go to Supreme Court. They know themselves. Judge Chebafo is one. In his class as a judge, the 40 first student, brilliant student, 40 students who were considered to be smart, he wasn't even part of it. But he, at a point, wanted to go to the Supreme Court. After coming to meet senior lawyer judges because we have allowed, some of us need to understand, when you are given an opportunity to sit in our courtrooms, without due respect, you are not God. This is law. Take your feelings out. Take your affiliations out. Take your political affiliation, religious affiliations. Look at the case critically. Look at the evidence presented before you. Be honest to yourself and your God and the people who have invested that power in you. It is not to bully yourself your way through. No, it doesn't work like that. This is 2025, for crying out loud. It is not easy. You cannot just muscle your way through. Until we need to let the people understand. That is why some of us were calling for serious overhauling of our judiciary. And our judiciary needs serious overhauling. Because from what we have seen over the years, what we have experienced, the kind of inconsistencies, the consistency in the inconsistencies in our courts, now in Ghana, we need to check it or this country will go down. And this government needs to take the most biggest, difficult, bitter pill when it comes to judiciary reforms. Serious reforms needs to be done. We cannot have judges who think or who believe or who in their senses feel too entitled to serve the people. It needs to end. I was say a sucha because we've been to me go to Bobby board dear keke near money 25 years. Na kwasi ampenyi bi mbo krono enko we buy $50 million. Near can't say plea bargain. No, it is not supposed to be like that. Yen to me chigane ninko to fiase 25 years say or ya hwiase or ya galamse na Chinese nidi eye excavated gina minim etu amena na ade abechi ade beko court say Chinese for ni nyina ahye na judge agiatum. That needs to change. We cannot be slaves in our country. No. You, the judges that we have given opportunity and this opportunity to sit in our courtrooms, you are not supposed to turn we, the people who gave you the power, slaves. You can't do that. You need to be conscious about the things you do. Because today, the highest bidder walks in our courtrooms without anything, without shoes, spits shit in any courtroom, and they walk freely. Innocent people plead, get on their knees. We still put them behind bars because there's nobody to pay for them, there's nobody to speak for them. This should tell you something. The judgment Anas Arimiana Anas has gotten, they're very embarrassing about this whole thing was that Agyapong winning defamation case against Anas or Ghana. No, he lifted that same case and brought it to the United States. A jury said that does not really hold. That is a slap in the face of our judiciary. It means that defamation case now Agyapong winning or Ghana, no, basically the evidence that supports the case, no, is flawed. It means judge or tina case, no, or judges our case, no, that judge is not even supposed to be sitting in our courts again. And I am not saying that all the courts in America are perfect and they are next to God. No, but we are humans. So what the evidence the back court with a jury of about 60. That's what to me tenase. It to me rubbish a whole judgment. And like the lawyer was saying, when you win a defamation case, when there's a defamation case in another court, that defamation case now we win, it cannot go and defend that defamation case in the next court. Every case is independent, stands on itself, and comes with its own evidence. So we need to get serious. And my message to the president, the new government, is that our court needs overhauling. Our court needs to be overhauled. We need serious reforms. I will say reform your courts. The leadership, if they are not ready to work, we the people are willing to get people who are willing to work. I don't hate anybody. Yatna Ghana, a whole chief justice, a lawyer went to court and claimed that the chief justice had paid or taken $5 million bribe from a citizen in Yabua till date. This lawyer who basically was reporting his client's statement was haunted. A whole judiciary system was turned against a lawyer who was trying to get the truth out. And you all know NK say enin yabo akwaje $5 million or send the client say enin yabo aje $5 million on her, and the lawyer was just reporting what his client had told him. The lawyer ended up at the wrong side. The whole judiciary was set up against the lawyer. This lawyer went to the General Legal Counsel. The Chief Justice Enin Yabua then made sure he used the General Legal Counsel led by Sam Okujato to frustrate the system. This is where we are. I spent almost $300,000 to fight Kennedy Agyapong in federal court in America. $300,000. That is how much I spent. 4 lawyers, 2 backup, 2 face lawyers. Almost $300,000. All because I am using the facts to prove to Ghanaians that things happening in Ghana are lies. The politicians are manipulating the system. Some people are using fake news, misinformation, and people are suppressing the system. Almost for $300,000. I won the case for every single journalist in Ghana, every single journalist in Africa. Anas has won a groundbreaking case, defamation case, for journalists in Ghana, journalists around the world, journalists across Africa. But you get the same journalists, some of them in Ghana, ganging up against Anas. With all due respect, let me tell you, I am not here to defend Anas. Anas is human. He has his flaws. If you know Anas has done something or a crime against you, you have the right to take Anas to court. That is what I represent. But as far as I know, the allegations that were posed, the allegations that were mounted on Anas, the things that Anas was being tagged with, in court today, it has proven, or court has proven, say, none of the allegations against Anas, those allegations Kennedy Agyapong made, Anas being a thief, Anas being a murderer, Anas being a serial killer, Anas being a criminal, a co-conspirator, and all that, today in a court in New Jersey, a superior court, they are saying none of those things had basis. That is what I am looking at. I am not here to hold Anas' hand to heaven, because Anas is friend in Yankopona Miniho. Whatever Anas does, I have never been in any of Anas's meetings. My job here is to speak to the facts and what is on paper and what we know. And so you might have your own personal issues with Anas. It's his problem. It's your problem. If you have the legal means to go after him, go after him. But from what I know here, whatever was said against Anas at the end of the day has been proven that he is not guilty of the allegations of being a murderer, a thief, a criminal, a co-conspirator, and all that. At least we know the world knows today that whatever Kennedy Agyapong said was a lie. That is what I'm looking at. So if you have an issue with me and saying, Anas, that you are protecting, I am not protecting Anas. I've not been able to protect myself. How do I protect Anas? But I will defend Anas with the fact, because at least from court, we know around the world that Anas Arimya Anas is not a murderer. He's not a killer. Anas is not a liar. He's not a thief. Those are the basics you need to understand. And anything I make a will say, that afraid now or what Massachusetts may sue $10 million. I want to send a message to you, those people in America. Mochi Maika, Mochi Mufuna, Namotemoka, Motatam, Hokakankwasi. I want to use that afraid to send a message. I never wanted to talk about this because we have moved quite deep. But me the dad Fred, me the number set example. I would take everything he owns in America and give it out for charity. Me na make a chirebo. A dear be waba America say $1. Meje nam dia charity. Because I want to set the rules. You per se a clean system, no. So what time will be in chess also can't trot so. That's why when I sit here, I back every single statement I make with facts. Because when you say people's credibility are on the line. And I can't just come sit here and make allegations without having the fact. And anytime I can't say, say you can go to court and I'll come and respond. Like Williams and Nefi Sapon, I have sat here on countless occasions to tell him, go to court. This is how it's supposed to be done. Ghana for Munsia be free. Nobody should dare sit on any TV or radio in Ghana around the world to say Anas is a murderer. You go to jail because there's a court ruling. Anas is a thief. You go to jail because there's a court ruling. You need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that what you are saying, you have the fact. In more American, Sarah Branton event that afraid no. Na me train my way and maybe activate the case be. Na me activate the case na. I will make sure the other beton everything he said about the judge who ruled on my case against Kennedy, every misinformation he put out against the United States court, all the number of times he came on air to lie, we have all the tapes. Now me change a DB. Remember American afun nipa. And I will use that Fred as the first goat. Medinka catch and I'm going to sue for 10 million. Maybe Massachusetts. I'll come there. I'm going to sue there, the Massachusetts Supreme Court. I will sue there. And I want you to come and prove in some social media. On say, announce the case, you know, Udin any picture, any video copy. They played your videos. You lying to Ghanaians and say, you're the Kennedy, and Uncle Fosse, and a Kennedy. You were in court. You were part of the evidence. And I can the phone here. Yes, yeah. You himself a panel. And I can edit and that's the work kind of say. Sound question. Some messages. Memma from Macassim. My trouble on three. Memma from Macassim. Mana. A double new say. A year quantano. Mobile minute. Macassim. And mobile some Macassim. And about one three. Quasia 4 entity mo. Mudimun cross is some from William. And I would have better Courtroom ha. Mon per se. Mo me the Uber coffee. Me. Meseba jip me pro obe se quen 5 peswa quen me ekoda me ka kire mo betena Facebook and yes ye MPC so and Kennedy Agyapong no and Kevin says and it's ye and mo di Jimmy Sam mutisa tente wano se bola ka and yen hwase and Kevin says ye ko china nie me se breaking news e ye court achi ni kwa George say me se oba be kire ni nyina wo page ni so when nim se nantwie ba na judge no the judge ne can say judge ne can now evidence to what you were saying. Did you have evidence to the things you were saying? Say judge ne say and a court ne say can you prove it? And a judge ne say no the ATF court ne say yes judge ne say Kevin Taylor ne say yes ya che no yedi hankom kogu ne nsa ne na ko Ghana in say MPP for mom ni nti and I mean that thread mesaba breaking news ni ahyehyɛ ni nyina sɛ pompo yɛde bɛbɔ kom na de kompo onte rhymes no me say we breaking news na wotwitwa no yɛahyehyɛ de sɛ pompo yɛbɛkeka bom ne de abnya wo konte sɛ kompo next time hu panyina bɔ sɛ we de yɛ panyini pɔ monim de ɛkɔ hu mɛtwe wo mu te sɛ de wonya nipa ɛna yɛzie the first nie ɛna ke me hwɛ nsam hwɛ I say lewa 10 na hyɛ to ɛna yɛzie yɛnsiasie me se ba omia ɛna MPP fo me se ɛkɛ Japan zie yɛni ne be ɛkɛ Japan sɛ wa wo sie me Kennedy Kevin Taylor yɛsi akye no yɛase no Kevin Taylor kwasi ampanyi bi Kevin Taylor yɛase kwa me se judge no ɛna breaking news mebo bi akyerɛ mo breaking news judge ne say Kevin Taylor ndie ya de ne ko Ghana ya so mu kia ya se no Kennedy Agyapong ya ka chem say ono aka o say Kevin Taylor ndie o me jeli no and a judge na ka me say de o kan ye nyina o be say be kan court I woni me on me wicked fucking but don't be wicked no nyame kakra wo mu enti atia utumi nya ho hwe 10 million ube prove actually we are say